ServiceNow versus SAP. Which one should you pick in 2025? If you're a manager or a boss, you know how frustrating it is when your team has to use old clunky softwares. Today, we are going to talk about the two of the biggest names out there, ServiceNow and SAP. Choosing between them is a huge deal. If you choose the right one, congratulations. But if you pick the wrong one, it can be a massive and expensive mistake. So, in this video, I'm going to break down 4 key factors you need to keep in mind while selecting the one. We'll skip the sales pitches and get straight to the point. I'll even share a secret that most people miss and some simple ways to test things out for yourself. Let's get into it. Factor 1. How they actually feel to use and the user experience. First up, let's talk about what these tools actually do. SAP is like the engine room of a business. It runs all the important heavy-duty stuff in the background like finance, supply chain, HR. It's incredibly powerful and reliable for these expert tasks, but it's not typically designed for every employee to use daily. ServiceNow is more like the easy-to-use dashboard of a car. It's designed to make everyday tasks simple for everyone, from requesting a new laptop to getting help from another department. This difference in purpose directly impacts user experience. An accountant using SAP's financial modules requires a dense, powerful interface. An employee trying to order office supplies needs a simple one that works with automation. Most people think that powerful software is supposed to be hard to use, but the numbers tell a different story. A report found that 86% of ServiceNow users are happy with it and its AI features. But for SAP, only 44% of its users are happy. That's a huge difference. The secret here is that ServiceNow was built for regular people to use, while SAP was really built for bosses to control the business. This affects how quickly your team learns the software and how much money you will have to spend on training. And here's a simple way to test it. Ask both companies for a free test run. Then ask someone from your team who isn't a tech expert to do a simple task like ordering office supplies. Watch them do it. See how long it takes and how frustrated they get. Their reaction will tell you everything you need to know. Let's move to factor number 2, the ease of integration. Now, let's talk about how they connect with other softwares. SAP is like an Apple iPhone. Everything works perfectly as long as you stay inside the Apple ecosystem. But the moment you try to connect something non-Apple, it gets complicated. It can sometimes require more specialized development work, while ServiceNow is more like an Android phone. It's designed from the ground up to connect easily with all sorts of different apps and tools, whether they are from AWS, Nvidia, Google, Salesforce, even SAP, or even a small startup. Everything works with ServiceNow. And just for clarity, I'm not being biased. Facts are facts, and you can check them from the sources in the description. Here's the secret you should know. People think SAP's all-in-one approach is better. But let's be real. No company uses software from just one brand. I have seen companies waste a ton of money trying to force a new tool to connect to their old SAP system. Rather, here's a cool fact. The Ferrari Formula 1 racing team uses ServiceNow to manage their super high-speed operations during a race. You know, things need to be fast and flexible here, and the ability to connect to anything is a huge advantage. But how would you test this? Make a list of top 3 apps your company absolutely cannot live without, like Salesforce, Microsoft Teams. Then check for both SAP and ServiceNow which would connect to those apps. The one that has a clear, simple pathway is the one that will cause you fewer headaches later on. Factor 3. The AI race. Who does it better? Finally, let's talk about the artificial intelligence. This is where their philosophies really divide. SAP is using AI to make its old tools smarter. Think of it like adding an AI calculator to your existing spreadsheets. It helps you analyze things that have already happened. ServiceNow, on the other hand, is using AI to build brand new things. It's less about analyzing a report and more about creating a workflow to permanently resolve the problem. The myth most people believe is that the company with the most data, which is SAP, will win the AI race. But having tons of data is useless if you can't do anything with it. ServiceNow is betting that being able to automate tasks is more important than just analyzing data. And it seems to be working. They are on the track to make $1 billion a year from their AI tools by 2026. Well, if you want to test yourself, give both the companies a real-world problem. For example, a supplier's factory just flooded. Show me how your AI would solve this. SAP might give you a report analyzing the damage, but ServiceNow aims to show you an automated plan to find a new supplier and alert customers. See which approach you find more useful. Now, the final factor. the real cost. Okay, let's talk about money. And I'll use real numbers based on the latest research. Remember, the final price is always custom, but this will give you a clear picture. ServiceNow's pricing is pretty straightforward. Think of it as a subscription. You pay for your expert users, basically the people fixing problems. So at about $100 per month each. For a small team, this means a starting price around $70,000 USD a year for their core IT tools. If you add advanced modules for HR or security, the prices goes up. But the model is predictable. SAP is a different story. It's more like a massive construction project. You might see a starting license price that looks low, but that's misleading. Once you add all the necessary parts for a real mid-sized business, research confirms that $300,000 USD a year starting point is much more realistic for the total software cost. But here's the most important part, the setup cost. For that $70,000 USD ServiceNow plan, you'll likely pay about the same another $70,000 USD to get it running in a few weeks. But that $300,000 SAP project, the research confirms that the implementation can easily cost over $1 million and take a year or more to get implemented. That's the hidden cost you have to be ready for. So, what's the takeaway? Don't ask for the sticker price. Ask for a total 3-year cost projection. Make sure it includes the software, the entire implementation project, and training. The real numbers will tell you the true story. So, after all, it's not really about which software is better. The real question you should ask yourself is this: do you want a tool that locks in how you work today, or do you want a tool that lets you build how you'll work tomorrow? SAP is great for making your current business rules solid and stable. ServiceNow is great for letting your teams create faster and smarter ways of working. It's not just a tech choice, it's about what kind of company you want to be. If you get interested in ServiceNow, watch this webinar to understand how ServiceNow AI agents work on a deeper level. Comment if you have more doubts and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.